All right. So I'm going to call this meeting of the Washington County Planning and Zoning Committee to order. The meeting will begin with a public hearing. Anyone other than the applicant or their representative wishing to speak must register and submit the registration slip to the zoning administrator at this time. Following this hearing, we will then conduct our monthly business meeting, at which time we'll vote on the applications. You may stay and hear how the applications are decided, or you may leave following this part of the hearing. The applicant and town board will then will be sent a copy of tonight's decision. Any other person wishing to receive a copy of the decision can sign a sheet on the table in the front of the room. Those of you wishing immediate knowledge of the outcome of these proceedings may call the county zoning office tomorrow morning. The procedure we will follow for the hearing, for hearing each applicant is, after each application is read, the applicant, their agent, or a representative will be asked to present their application, followed by any questions or comments from the committee. Then all correspondence will be read. Then others in favor will have a chance to speak. Anyone objecting will have a chance to speak. I will then ask for a summary of the committee's field observations and any staff comments. Finally, the applicant will be allowed a chance for short rebuttal if they wish. Anyone wishing to speak should use the microphone at the front of the room, state their name, and direct their comments to the committee. I ask that all testimony be kept brief, no more than 5 minutes, and to the point. And if you are testifying as a nearby landowner, please tell us where your property is located relative to the subject property. Tonight's hearing will be recorded, and the recording will become part of the record. Comments that are based on hearsay or secondhand information, as well as slanderous or prejudicial remarks, will be ruled out of order. The committee has looked at all the properties, and the record will reflect these observations. Any person affected by an administrative decision of this committee has 10 days from the filing of tonight's decisions to make an appeal to the circuit court. The county assumes no liability and makes no warranty as to the legality of any construction commenced prior to the expiration of a 10-day period. Now I'll introduce the committee. We have Carl Grisar. Mike Kapp is absent. Then we have Jerry Lower, Pat King, Cindy Rettler's down there taking minutes, and Amy Schultz is sitting in for Todd Waller, the zoning director. All right, so that's the formalities. Even though you guys are the only ones here, we're on record, so that has to be read, okay? So we have one application, conditional use application. Application is from Robert Bisa of New London, Wisconsin, has made application for a conditional use in accordance with sections 58-236, parent 17, and 58-454, parent 27 of the Washington County Zoning Code to store a 2016 Forest River Incorporated 17-foot travel trailer in the AG General Agricultural Zone. Location, a 30-acre parcel of land known as Lot 1 of a certified survey map number 6509, being part of the Southwest Quarter, Section 20, T18N, R11E of the town of Marion, County Road Double Y. All right, and Robert, if you could step up to the microphone. And we came out, we saw and spoke with you yesterday, but now we're putting things on the record.
Okay.
So if you could just take a couple minutes, introduce yourself, and let us know what your conditional use application is about.
I'm Robert Reese from New London. I just bought the 30 acres up here from Jim Lauer, and I'm applying for a conditional use permit to park a travel trailer there, basically for hunting purposes. I don't know what else, that's about it, I guess.
That's perfect, okay.
Anybody have any questions of me, is that?
So does the committee have any questions for Robert?
I had one question, but I think reading it in further, I have an answer to it, but I guess what I was asking is where the driveway is off of County, why, that you own that?
Yes, yes, it's a 20-foot driveway,
Why?
yes, right.
That answers my question.
So that driveway's not an easement through another person's property?
I actually own the driveway.
Okay. Carl?
I have nothing. It was pretty well self-explanatory.
Okay. And just one follow-up question too, because I was informed just before the meeting. So we talked about the black water, gray water holding tanks and getting it pumped. But you also know that there's a need for an additional sanitary unit out there?
I was just made aware of that
Yep.
tonight.
Okay,
And I'll go to Fleet Farm or wherever it is to get whatever it is that I have to get for them.
okay,
And I can bring in proof of it if that's what you want me to.
That's fine.
Yeah, okay. All
All
right. I'll do that. In fact is, I don't think the trailer's gonna be there this year. I'm gonna be taking it home. And I won't be bringing it back probably till next spring. I've gotta talk to my son about it once and see if he wants to come over here a couple times and not yet. But otherwise, it probably won't be there anymore till next year.
okay.
But I'll get I don't know what they got at Fleet, what they sell that's required. Is it
That's like a holding tank of some type? Or like
It can be
is it
something
like a
as
porta?
simple as like they sell, like it's even called like a lug-a-loo. They have something that's even just like a.
Porta potty.
Like a little bucket that has like a seat type thing on it.
Yeah,
So
porta
it's
potty.
something
I've
as
seen, I
simple
know what you're talking about.
Porta potty,
Right.
like a porta
Back
potty.
out.
Right. I did talk to the guy over here that has the big porta potties, the outdoor ones. I did talk to him about possibly purchasing one of those too.
Okay,
So, and then the guy could come in and pump that too.
sure.
And I know a couple of people that have them, and that's what they said. Instead of using the trailer, they use that porta potty.
Right,
So I guess that's another option I might pursue maybe next year. But I'll pick one of those up from Fleet Farm or wherever they have them. And then when I come down, I'll bring it down and drop it off to one of you people down here then.
perfect. All right, thank you. You can have a seat. Do we have any correspondence?
No correspondence.
Anyone speaking in favor, objecting, or for information only?
No one.
Okay, then staff comments? No, it is, I think.
Okay. The applicant, Robert Bisa, is requesting a conditional use to store a 2016 Forest River 17-foot travel trailer on a 30-acre parcel of land in the AG General Agricultural Zone in the town of Marion. The property is a large, undeveloped, partially wooded parcel of land located south and east of the intersection of County YY and State Road 73. Outside of a number of resurveys and transfer of ownership, the county maintains no additional information and/or permits on this property. The committee visited the property at their recent on-site on Wednesday, October 16th. It is the belief of the committee that the trailer is adequately screened from view. It is set back from neighboring lots and should pose no detrimental impact upon adjoining properties. All zones have permitted uses. In addition, all zones have conditional uses. These are uses that may only be permitted provided certain conditions are met. This is what we are looking at here, a use that may be permitted provided certain conditions are met. It is the landowner's responsibility to provide the information that shows the committee this use will blend in with the zone and area it is proposed for, and that it will be a good neighbor to the surrounding landowners. Based upon the proposed photos, the subject travel trailer appears to be well maintained. The applicant is proposing on storing the travel trailer on the northern end of the lot, approximately 110 to 115 feet from the closest property line, just south of a 20-foot wide access drive to the lot. It appears from the images that the travel trailer will be adequately screened from view, given the dense vegetation. This should in no way be obtrusive and should in no way negatively impact surrounding land uses. The applicant has indicated that he intends on occupying the travel trailer occasionally on weekends throughout the summer and primarily during hunting season. The trailer will be served by electricity and sewage will be pumped by a private entity. Staff has reviewed this request and believes that storage of the proposed travel trailer on this property in the location shown on the proposed site plan behind and within the existing tree line should not negatively impact the surrounding land uses. Of only concern is the applicant's proposal on disposal of waste, because county ordinances do require adequate sanitary facilities separate from those provided by the trailer, and this can be accommodated via a portable toilet as a backup to the unit in the trailer. While the committee will be making a formal recommendation on this request later in the evening, staff recommends approval of the conditional use request to store a 2016 Forest River 17-foot travel trailer on a 30-acre parcel of land in the AG General Ag Zone in the town of Marion.
Okay. And then if you had any rebuttal, this would be time for rebuttal, but, okay. Perfect. Well, then what we're gonna do is we're gonna transition to the business meeting. And this is where we'll actually vote on the motion.